Okay, guys, let's roll. What happened on Sunday? Huh. Ever see that film with Bob Hoskins, Long Good Friday? Boy, does Hoskins he has a real bad day. He has a real day. Well, I had a real bad Sunday. Yeah, we wanted to do a Sunday night stream, an Easter stream for Sunday. So we saddled up, Ribeye and I, and off we went. 7 p.m. Purpose of the live stream really was to say thank you to a couple of companies, a couple of channels in particular. Bad Wolf was turning out that who did that magnificent ballad of Rupert Lowe, and Focus on Britain, the guy who does those wonderful comics for us. So I wanted to showcase everything they'd sort of produced, and we did, and we did. Didn't have a lot of people watching, maybe 60 tops, you know. But that wasn't the point of it. I wanted to do that as a tribute to those guys, yeah. And that would have been fine if I'd stopped at that. But you know what us old BNP guys are like, we just don't know when to stop. So I just kept going. And I was throwing tunes in from different creators. I knew I was walking into a minefield, but I understand the rules. And if you've got to be prepared to take a hit now and then. And I did. Along the course of the evening, I had YouTube hit me twice with 2 copyright warnings. But I thought I can navigate through this until the end. And if I could just get through one more tune, that would be it. But by now, the stream had been going for 5 hours. Yeah. More about having fun now than just showcasing the channels I wanted to showcase. And then after 5 hours and 20 minutes streaming with lots of good links to good content, YouTube pulled the pin on me and they took the stream down. And the result of it is now I've got a warning, but because it was my first offence, if you like, I'd had copyright warnings before, but this was a serious one. And I have to go to their re-education camp sometime and be re-educated into the way to behave on YouTube. Okay, I walked into that minefield. Yeah, so I can't cry about that. I might think the rules are shit, but I can't cry about it. Well, by the time it started to sort itself out and I found out what had happened exactly and why, being a British nationalist, I couldn't accept that. Yeah, I had to accept the fact that I'd lost a 5 hour stream, but I wasn't going to break my promise to myself not to show the videos I intended to show and to link to the people I wanted to link them to. So, what did I do? I started again. That's what British nationalists do. That's what British patriots do. They get knocked down, they pick themselves up, and they start again. And so I did it. And then, once I'd started to get their content in, happy with it, being careful not to tread on another mine. I did at the end though. I went for it. And then I thought, bugger it. They took my stream down and I lost 5 hours content. And I thought, that's it. I'm just going to duplicate it. And I'm going to go for the 5 hours, which of course was pointless really, because every minute I spend doing something like that is time taken away from when I should be producing real content. I wouldn't have had to have made this video. So it's taken me away from doing real content. But I wanted those 5 hours back. So I went for the 5 hours and then I thought, bugger it, I'm going to go for 6. But by now, and although I'd started at 5 o'clock in the morning, something like that, people started to drift in, and I thought, I'm going to go for 6 hours. Then I thought, it was great to get to the 5 hours. Once I got to 5 hours and 20 minutes, I thought, right, that's that. And I thought, no, I'm going to go to 6 now. And then I thought, nah, I'm going to go to 7. And I went to 7 hours on the last stream. I know it was pointless, totally pointless. I streamed for over 12 hours. And what did it gain the channel? Just 2 new members, that's all. 2 new members. And I'm grateful to those 2 people as well. Thank you. Patriots, salute you. You'll be getting badges. Did it raise any money for the channel? I tell you straight now, the channel needs money. You want to give money? Give money to the channel. I'll take it. I'm not asking you to do it though, but if you want to, give it, yeah? There's some equipment that we desperately need to get, but it's up to you. And don't give it if you can't afford it. Right. A like, a subscribe, and a comment, especially comments that can make me smile. They're worth as much to me. There was a time when I was wealthy, I wouldn't blink at giving large sums of money away. I wouldn't even hesitate, it would be done. But everyone lives within different means. I'm not that man I was then, otherwise I wouldn't ask you. Well, no, I'm not asking you, am I? I'm saying if you want to. Right, so we made the 7 hours and that was it. I had to prove something to myself, that I could still do it, yeah? That I still had the energy within me to keep going when I was exhausted. And by now I'd been streaming over 12 hours. All through the night, all through the morning, until I don't know what time. I don't. Until I literally just had to stop. But I proved a point. You can do it when you're pushed to do it. And if you think the cause is right. It was a silly cause this time. A silly one. It was me being pig-headed and stubborn. But I felt I had to beat YouTube. You took away 5 hours, I'll come back and I'll do 7 hours. Yeah, right. Now we are going to link to a couple of channels, just 2. Then I am going to take a break. I'm going to point to, first of all, I'm going to go to Bad Wolf, who's got a new track out, and I'm going to play it, and I'm going to link to him, purely because I like the track. And then we're going to go and have a look at something the Gobster said. He said something really, really good. And I'll just start that video off, and then you can go over and visit it on his channel. I'm sure you've probably seen it already, but it was one of the best videos I think Gobster has made. So let's get on with it. The sooner this is done, the better. And then we can get back to normal tomorrow. I'll just make this one video today, perhaps. And then again, I might even live stream this evening. I don't know. Live streams are not really worth it for a channel this size. It, from what I've seen, so it doesn't bring in the members. It doesn't bring in funds to help the channel grow, and it distracts from doing the other work, which is more fun to produce. Hold on, stand by. Pause, Paul. Here we go.
Wembley, quit your thumping! I'm trying to bypass the laws of thermodynamics over here! Down in a hole where the light doesn't reach, there's a blue-haired fraggle with a cynical speech. He doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to cheer. He's been building a collider for a calendar year. He stole a Doozer's helmet and a Gorg's garden hose to build a teleporter that the trash heap knows. Spike the radish juice. 1 plus 1. He says the silly creatures are a hive mind mess, and sharing all your feelings leads to cosmic distress. Wembley, grab the wrench, no, the one made of bone. I'm gonna turn this cavern into a no Morty zone. He's got a portal in the pantry and a flask in his fur. The music starts to swell and his words start to slur. Life is just a puppet show. We're made of foam and glue. Now help me start this engine or I'll experiment on you.
Spike the radish juice.
Let the chaos loose.
Logic's no excuse.
Hang the singing in a noose.
Getting down with Fraggle Rick.
Getting down with Fraggle Rick. See that, Wembley? I've digitized the Great Hall. We're data now. We're infinite. Herb now, go find me a radish that hasn't been touched by a Gorg sweaty palm. Wubba lubba dub dub dub. Pass me the tarp.
Okay, I like that. I like it a lot. Right, back here. Okay, that was Bad Wolf. Okay, Bad Wolf's been kind enough to produce a playlist of his tracks for us that we can use on live stream nights. This means I don't go stepping on mines again. Some people just born to wander into minefields and clear them away for others. Okay, the next place. We're going to go over now to the Gobster, because Gobster made a real good video. And whilst I was mucking around making live streams, Gobster was producing useful output, which actually means something. Yeah, because I think it was one of the Gobster always turns out good content. But this video today I thought was absolutely brilliant. Pause, Paul. Now I'm not going to play it in full. The reason I'm not going to play it in full is because I literally...
We all know there are...
I want you to go over it to it, because he makes some really telling points at various places within the stream. It's only 12 minutes long, and he makes some really good points. And I thought this was excellent. Yeah, the Peaky Blinder done really well on this video, so he deserves to watch it in full. I know you're all subscribed to him already. We seem to share the same audiences, but so what, we're all brothers. And you watch one, you're watching another. Have a listen.
Certain channels that seem to be bothered about channels smaller than them, who have done nothing more than questioned and shone a light on these channels and asking their motivations. And the more they complain, the more it verifies our belief that we are living in their heads rent free. So let's have a chat about it, shall we?
I'm the Gobster, say what I see. Ex-soldier heart still marching free. If this is the hill, then this is where I stand. Die for my country.
All right, are ya? How you diddling? Hope everything's okay with you and yours in the mad world that we live in right now. Welcome to the new vehicle. Welcome to the new camera angle. And I'm back off holiday, baby. I mean, you already know this if you've been following the channel. I've already done a couple of live streams. The last one wasn't meant to be a live stream. It was a test, but politics happened, and that's absolutely fine. So, we've had this ongoing thing where certain big YouTube channels didn't really like the fact that people started to critique them and point out the fact that what they were talking was a load of rubbish, etc., etc. We will not go back over all of that. Now, they really shouldn't be bothered by me or by Paul or by Tom and 00 News or by Vin or by any other small YouTube channel that's way below them. They shouldn't. If I was in their position, I'd just ignore it, just move on. But they can't ignore it. I mean, we've had invites to either go on their channel or they come on our channel to, well, one particular person comes on our channel and have a conversation and debate, so they got a right to reply. There is no point in that. They call us cowards, but there's no point in having a discussion that is actually going to gain nothing. Because we know you're Mirando operatus. The way you work is you turn everything on everybody else and admit nothing, and nothing's your fault, and it's everybody else and it's everything else. We see this, we understand this, so there's no point. There just isn't. But what's causing the requirement for this video is Richard Inman. Now, this was a guy who I originally thought was a decent bloke. I quite liked what he was saying, a bit like PT, and in fact, a bit like JT. I thought that what they were saying was good. It resonated with me. I thought that they were decent human beings. Right up to the bit where all of a sudden they were calling me something that I was not, and many, many others. In fact, thousands of people. So because that forced us to respond and to shine a light on them, their true colours were shown, the mask had fell off, they lost thousands of subscribers. Now, PT's choice is to manufacture a reason for him to suddenly have a U-turn, and support Restore Britain, because Rupert Lowe toned something down or changed the immigration, which is all a load of shite. That isn't what's happened. And as I mentioned in the live stream, which I'll cover quickly here, is what Paul Thorpe has seen is he's seen his subs drop. You can see where the money stream will be from now on, and he's just moved to the new money stream, while still calling people like me and Paul, etc., traitors, and we're not working in the best interests. So we're still managing to tar the people who have been saying the same thing over and over again as the enemy, which is fine. Again, let him carry on with his grift, because he is a grifter, because he, especially there, created something that didn't exist, a false narrative, and then fed off that false narrative, used it as a reason for hopefully people not leaving his channel, and allowed him to again exonerate himself from anything to do with anything, which is absolutely great. And that's his standard, which is why I would never chat with him, because that's what he'd try and do, even though I wouldn't let him, but that's what he'd try and do. But Richard Ingram has come out with Inman, Dick Inman, as some people call him. He's come out now and said that we're paid opposition. No, actually, we're not government paid opposition. We're Islamist paid opposition. The Islamists are funding us with very deep pockets. I mean, there's zero evidence.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there, guys. Now, if you haven't been over to see what the Gobster is said in full, you should get over there immediately after watching this video and listen to it in full, please, because what he goes on to say is excellent. That's the first of many good points that the Gobster makes. Let's go back to our bunker. Oh, it's nice to be back in a bunker. You know, I miss those girls. You know, I think I was happier when I was just living in my bunker. Okay, those Korean girls and their grandmothers, they could be a bit of a pain. And I haven't been to see the British girls yet. I don't know how their garden is growing. All right. Anyhow, this is all I've got for you now, guys. Right? I'll be back to work as normal, either later today or tomorrow. So now you know what happened. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow. Oh, a shout out to Rabbi Rob, our moderator. He done a good job. Yeah, I didn't have to beat him once. Okay, guys, catch you on the next one. Get over to the Gobster and go give Bad Wolf some love. If you're not subscribed to either of them, subscribe, please.